Mentioning Chow Yun-Fat immediately brings to mind two images. One is with slicked back hair, wearing an elegant suit, crossing his legs while sitting at a card table. Second is the cool image. The coat billowing, the black glasses, and especially the rain of bullets on the enemy. His characters, whether heroes or anti-heroes, exude a sense of righteousness beyond ordinary righteousness and justice beyond ordinary justice. These people do not shape their actions according to the law of right and wrong, but according to the principle of repaying kindness and seeking revenge for grievances, with clear love and hate, making them both magnanimous and generous, yet also romantic and affectionate. Characters like Mark Lee in A Better Tomorrow or Lee Mu-bai in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon will always be legends in the history of Asian cinema in particular, and world cinema in general. Coming from a poor background, Chow Yun-Fat's turning point in life came when he enrolled in an acting training class at TVB. After being trained and signing a contract with TVB, he participated in many television series, reaching the peak with the role of Hui Man-kyung in The Bund, and the role of Ling Hu-chong in The Smiling Proud Wanderer. In the mid-1980s, Chow found his breakthrough in film in collaboration with director John Woo. Starting with A Better Tomorrow, up to The Killer, Once a Thief, Hard Boiled. All of them are quality films, each holding a special place in the hearts of the audience. In A Better Tomorrow, Chow Yun-Fat plays Mark Lee, a gangster wearing sunglasses, puffing on a cigarette, lighting fake dollar bills with the tip of his cigarette, accompanied by a half smirk. That tall man in the long trench coat single-handedly stormed into a place full of enemies to avenge his brother. Mark Lee in A Better Tomorrow was not originally the main character. When listing the actors, the producers placed T. Lung first, followed by Leslie Cheung, and then Chow Yun-Fat. But Hong Kong people admired Mark Lee so much that even though he died in Part 1, in Part 2 they had to invent a long-lost twin brother to bring him back to life. In The Killer, a film that influenced even the top gangster filmmakers of Hollywood like Quentin Tarantino and Martin Scorsese, Chow Yun-Fat plays a hitman on the verge of retirement who accidentally blinds a nightclub singer. Because he wanted to earn money for her surgery, he agreed to take on one last job. When asked to describe the appearance of the assassin, a police officer said that this person had a very masculine demeanor, eyes full of spirit, empathy, and emotion. In other words, he didn't look like a criminal at all, but rather like a noble man. He is not an ordinary assassin but a deeply sentimental assassin, willing to sacrifice himself for love and friendship, causing even a police officer who staunchly believes in the principle of right and wrong to waver, to stand by his side, to be his friend. In Hard Boiled, alongside a master of internal acting like Tony Leung playing an undercover cop, Chow Yun-Fat plays a cop who made a mistake by shooting another undercover cop. The two of them will have to cooperate to confront a cunning and ruthless triad boss. One common point we can see in these films is that, with brothers who live and die together, there will initially be conflicts among them. However, the metal of righteousness, generosity, and magnanimity always brings them back together, allowing them to continue fighting side by side. Beside collaborating with director John Woo, Chow Yun-Fat also teamed up with director Ringo Lam on several outstanding action films, including City on Fire, Prison on Fire, and Full Contact. In 1989, Chow Yun-Fat set a new era for Hong Kong cinema in the gambling film genre after his success in the film God of Gamblers. Later, many actors and directors used the film God of Gamblers as a symbol and produced numerous films on this theme, achieving a certain level of success. Even Chow Yun-Fat continued with this image in many later works, specifically in God of Gamblers Return, the three-part From Vegas to Macau series, and One More Chance. In God of Gamblers, Chow Yun-Fat stars as Ko Chun, a world-renowned and nearly supernatural gambler characterized by his suave demeanor. After surviving an assassination attempt, Ko Chun suffers amnesia and regresses to a childlike state, earning the nickname Chocolate from a group of small-time gamblers who take him in. Despite his condition, his remarkable gambling talent resurfaces, leading to an adventurous and humorous story. Chow Yun-Fat transitions between his gambling state and his amnesiac state so smoothly that the absurdity of the film at the time becomes witty and charming. In An Autumn's Tale, one of the most iconic Hong Kong romantic films of the 1980s, Chow Yun-Fat plays Samuel Pang, a modestly educated Chinese man struggling in New York City. He picks up his distant cousin Jennifer, who's coming to study abroad and reunite with her boyfriend. Unexpectedly, she is dumped by her boyfriend. Out of pity, Samuel comforts and keeps her company. Without a single kiss or word of affection, they both secretly keep their feelings for each other, perhaps partly because Jennifer is well-educated, while Samuel is just a vagabond with a dream of opening a cafe overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. In the final scene, when they accidentally meet again, Samuel Pang now has the cafe he always dreams of. Jennifer walks in, and Samuel Pang looks at her with a radiant smile. The film ends there, with the two characters not even holding hands. In director Ang Lee's masterpiece Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Chow Yun-Fat plays Li Mubai, a legendary Wu-Dang swordsman who decides to retire. He asks his friend Yu Shu Lin to give his sword named Green Destiny to their benefactor. The sword is stolen by Zhen Yu, a highly skilled martial artist and the disciple of Jade Fox, a villainous governess who had killed Li Mubai's master, to learn forbidden fighting techniques. Li Mubai and Yu Shu Lin pursue the theft and uncover Zhen's involvement. He confronts Zhen in a bamboo forest and offers to train her. However, Zhen breaks her promise to become his student. In response, Li Mubai throws the Green Destiny over a waterfall, and Zhen dives after it. Zhen is rescued by Jade Fox, who drugs her and hides her in a cavern. Li Mubai and Yu Shu Lin find Zhen there. Jade Fox attacks them with poison darts. Li Mubai kills Fox but is struck by a poisoned dart himself and later dies from the wound. Zhen knows the antidote but leaves to prepare it. She returns too late to save Li Mubai. He dies in Yu Shu Lin's arms, finally confesses his love for her. In Curse of the Golden Flower, Chow Yun-Fat plays Emperor Ping, a ruthless, calculating ruler, tried to maintain control over his family and empire. It is his cruelty that brings tragedy upon his family. He secretly poisons the Empress, who plans a rebellion against him. She also has a secret affair with Crown Prince Wan, the first son of the emperor with the previous wife. Prince Zai, the second son, agrees to his mother to lead the rebellion against his father. Before Prince Zai enters the palace, Prince Yu, the third son, suddenly murders Crown Prince Wan and demands the emperor abdicate and offer him the throne. The emperor's assassins easily defeat Prince Yu and later even Prince Zai's soldier. He then whips Prince Yu to death using his belt. Prince Zai later kills himself after being captured. The emperor is alone in the palace after witnessing the death of his three sons. Chow Yun-Fat also plays the role of Confucius, the famous Chinese philosopher, in the film of the same name. In the film, Confucius is promoted from mayor to minister of law in the state of Lu, despite opposition from powerful noble families. He faces intense political intrigue and ethical dilemmas, striving to reform society and promote justice and morality in a kingdom rife with corruption and power struggles. After various political failures and battles, Confucius eventually is forced to leave his position and wanders from state to state with his disciples, teaching his philosophy and seeking a place to spread his ideas. He prepares the spring and autumn annals and reflects on his lifelong pursuit of ethics and education before his death at age 73. His teachings become foundational for Chinese culture and philosophy. Chow Yun-Fat's career in Hollywood began in the late 1990s when he moved to the United States in an attempt to replicate his immense success in Asian cinema. His Hollywood debut was in The Replacement Killers, followed by a role as a bent cop in The Corruptor. Unfortunately, both films did not do well at the box office. In 1999, he starred as Siamese King in Anna and the King, alongside Jodie Foster, but the movie underperformed commercially. Chow returned to Hollywood in 2003 with Bulletproof Monk, and later appeared as Captain Sao Feng in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, though his role was controversially cut from the film in releases shown in mainland China due to censorship concerns. At the age of 70, Chow Yun-Fat has reduced his time in films. Earlier this year, he gained attention by returning to the screen in the film Detective Chinatown 1900 and received positive reviews. Beside work, he spends a lot of time on his hobbies of running and photography. It can be said that Chow Yun-Fat is the actor who represents Hong Kong's identity and is a major icon of its film industry. He is especially loved and respected by the public not only for his outstanding acting talent, but also for his noble charitable heart. He has left his mark on many important milestones in Hong Kong cinema and has inspired countless generations to come. He is an ideal role model for many people due to his talent, dedication, noble character, and admirable humility.